Hi everyone, this is Suzanne Wagner and I'm doing the intuitive patterns for the month of June 2025. So for those of you that don't know and are new to the channel, what I do is I take 7 different decks of cards and I pull cards with the intention of understanding the energies that will be happening for all of us during the month of June. And then I create kind of a psychic reading or a forecast for the month. So this month in the Aleister Crowley Tarot, we have abundance, wealth, and the universe. In the words of truth, we have reclamation, pleasure, express, and exhaustion. In the Mayan oracle, we have the portal of transcendence, Etznab. And then in the medicine cards, we have bat and buffalo. In the ancient Egyptian tarot, we have the Two of Kings, the King of Discs, and the Hierophant. In the Osho Zen Tarot, we have control, letting go, and courage. And in the Healing Earth Tarot, we have the Three of Feathers, the Ace of Wands, and the Man of Crystals. So this month, as I pulled these cards, the 3 Osho Zen Tarot cards, they were all the same color spectrum: green, yellow, black, and white. As a psychic, I seem to pay more attention to the seeming coincidences that actually hold power and meaning. While the rest of the cards did not exclusively stand with these 3 cards, I knew that these were the center point for the month. Green is the color of the 4th chakra, which is centered around the heart and healing. It shows that only by letting go can we actually fully heal. Yellow is the color of the 3rd chakra, the power center and the place that desires control over others and oneself. It is a place where we can become attached to things and want to control our reality to such an extent that we can end up wasting our energy on trying to make things stay the same, when the greatest power is in learning how to trust in the flow. White is the color of the crown chakra. It reminds us that we are divinely connected at all times, even when we forget. We have angels and guides that attempt to help us move through this density and remember that we are not actually broken. Because in our soul, there is a place where we are whole and complete. Black is the color of space, the void, the emptiness, and the inner self. Within the darkness of our soul hides our most cherished gifts. It is up to us to be willing to dive deep, find the courage to take risks, and know that what we seek is actually always seeking us. The Mayan oracle reminds us that everything in our lives is a mirror to show us what we need to learn and how to gain more compassion, acceptance, and wisdom. We live in a world where there is a proliferation of knowledge, or those whose egos are certain that the knowledge they carry is correct. But in this world, we are surrounded by mirrors of deception and distortion. It is part of the challenge to be able to discover through trial and error the illusions that our egos have wanted us to believe, and instead of getting angry and lashing out, to use the mistakes as moments of insightful correction. Our greatest tools for learning always come from our mistakes, and our learning to be vulnerable and to admit our mistakes. That is how we eventually move from believing the knowledge has answers to understanding that wisdom comes from experience in this physical world. We have cultivated a society that lives with their noses in their phones, tablets, and computers. They believe themselves to be educated, but in believing that the mind is superior, the gifts of the soul languish in the deserts of their lost and forgotten essence. This month, the soul is begging for time to expand and extend itself through risk, experience, and understanding deeper intimacy. The bat reminds us that to become something greater than what you currently are, one will have to be willing to run through the gauntlets of pain and suffering. We are reminded this month that it is important to recognize that pain is a tool that breaks down the ego far enough so that the soul must reach for something beyond its known experiences. This is the only way to gain true wisdom and ground it into one's core so completely that then knowledge is of less interest, and the soul instead finds that all things are simply a test of one's compassion and willingness to love. Thanks, everyone.